This is Warren. At 20 years old, he was jobless, lazy, and had dreams so grand they could hardly fit on his couch, if only he ever bothered to get up from it. Most days, Warren's ambitions were the kind that sounded impressive in theory, like maybe tomorrow, but never made it beyond the thinking about, i.e. stage. He had a remarkable talent for dreaming big, without ever lifting a finger to make those dreams a reality. One day, in a rare burst of energy that didn't involve scrolling through endless memes, Warren decided to wander into the flea market. Not because he was looking for anything. His life already had enough clutter. But sometimes the outdoors called, and who was he to ignore it? That's when he saw it. An old brass lamp, tucked away like a relic from a thrift store version of Aladdin. At first glance, it looked like just another overpriced, dusty thing, probably cursed by someone's grandma at some point. But something about it caught his attention. Maybe the weird symbols etched into its surface, or the way it was unnervingly cold to the touch. Only $10, the vendor rasped, eyes gleaming like he was in on a secret Warren wasn't. Make a wish, kid. Warren raised an eyebrow. Yeah, sure. What is this? Aladdin's yard sale? But still, he bought it. Because honestly, why not? $10 was the price of a bad lunch, and who could resist the curiosity of owning a magic lamp, even if it was clearly just a dusty old hunk of metal? Later that night, as Warren flopped on his couch, where all great decisions are made, he gave the lamp a casual rub. The lights flickered. A gust of wind rushed through the room, even though all the windows were closed. And then, with a crackle that could have been a sound effect from a bad horror movie, it appeared. The figure was tall, thin, and wrapped in dark smoke. Its eyes glowed like embers, and when it grinned, its teeth looked like they'd been borrowed from a horror movie villain. 3 wishes, the genie intoned, voice scraping like metal on metal. But beware, the price is always paid. Warren's heart skipped a beat. But then, the greed kicked in. I wish for $1 million. The genie snapped its fingers. A loud thud echoed from the other room. Warren rushed over to find stacks of cash, blood-stained, crumpled bills spilled across the floor. His phone buzzed with a news alert. Local businessman found dead in brutal robbery, fortune stolen. Warren's stomach dropped. You killed someone for this? The genie's grin widened. A wish granted, a price paid. Okay, deep breath. 1 wish down. Warren was nothing if not resourceful, and he could fix this. I wish to be famous, he blurted, hoping he hadn't just made a huge mistake. Another snap. His phone exploded with notifications. Articles, trending hashtags, and one headline in particular. Local man wanted for murder. Police offer reward. Warren's face was everywhere. And he was a celebrity now, just not the kind anyone would want to be. No, this isn't what I meant, he gasped. The genie chuckled, swirling in smoky amusement. You're known. You are feared. You are famous. Warren, now shaking, realized he had 1 wish left. Time to be smart. Time to fix this. I wish. He took a deep breath. I wish to undo my first 2 wishes. The genie tilted its head, grinning wider. As you wish. Darkness swallowed him whole. The world spun. When Warren opened his eyes, he was standing in front of the flea market stall again, the lamp innocently gleaming in front of him. He let out a shaky laugh. It was over. He was safe. But as he turned to leave, his body froze. His limbs locked in place, his voice caught somewhere deep in his throat. The vendor leaned in, grinning in that way that made Warren's skin crawl. Ah, the vendor rasped. Another poor soul. Welcome to the lamp. Warren's screams never left his lips as his body turned to black smoke, his soul trapped inside. The next day, the vendor grinned as a new customer wandered by. Only $10, he rasped. Make a wish, kid.